Good morning, PNW EDPS 285 students. My name is Lucas Snyder. I am the principal at Barker Middle School, where you will be doing field experience for the next 4 weeks. This is my first year as principal at Barker. I was an assistant principal here last year. This is my 10th year in Michigan City area schools. I have only worked in Michigan City area schools. I started off as a social studies teacher at the high school. I was a dean a few years ago, an assistant principal last year, and like I mentioned before, I'm the principal now. I have also coached. I coached track, football. I coached academic teams too, which was awesome. I would recommend that once you guys eventually become teachers, get involved in any way you can, because all that stuff does is just help build relationships with students, and the more relationships you have, the better off you will be as an educator. Barker Middle School is a public school in Michigan City, Indiana. We have roughly 420 students total for 7th and 8th grade. That's been fluctuating a lot with virtual learning, but we'll stay around that mark until the end of the year. We are a TSI school for special education. That basically means that our special education state assessment scores are low, and it's a targeted area for improvement. A lot of our professional development and a lot of our funding is based around improving special ed scores. We have over 70% free and reduced lunch. We're right around 80%, which means that all of our students get free lunch. Nobody pays. They can buy extra stuff if they want, but it's just easier so that none of our students are singled out. Lunch. We have block scheduling. What that basically means is they get math and ELA every day. So every student goes to math and ELA every day. They have science and social studies every other day, and their related arts rotate as well. So our related arts classes, for example, are choir, band, PE. We have a STEM class. We have Gateway, which is just the middle school version of Project Lead the Way. We have art. So those rotate every other day. We have blue and gray days as well. So when you see blue and gray days, that's all because of the block schedule. If we were in the traditional setting, which we're hoping to get back to soon, this is what our schedule would look like. You guys have all been assigned to students either in the B hallway, that's if they're 7th grade, or S if they're 8th. We do have an M hallway, that's 7th and 8th grade split, but I didn't add anybody to that hallway. Our instructional day starts at 7:25 and ends at 2:15. The schedule is a little different depending on which hallway you're in. Obviously, we have different lunches for each of the hallways. Our impact time is for remediation. That is also different depending on which hallway you're in. But when we went to online learning, we switched it up a little bit. We have to have 6 hours of instruction. So we start at 7:45. Our teachers have office hours at 7:45. At 8 a.m., they have their first block. Second block starts at 9:15. You can read the rest. We moved everyone's impact to 12:20 to 1. That just makes it easier on the staff and makes it easier when we want to do things together as a staff. And then our day still ends at 2:15. The online setup, we started with our e-learning actually last fall. We had scheduled e-learning days. So in the spring, it was, I would say, an easier transition for us than some other schools, but obviously with the pandemic going on, we still had our fair share of issues. But with the online setup for this school year, each teacher has to have a Google Classroom. They can use Blackboard if they want, but we don't have any teachers currently using Blackboard. So the students log in to the Google Classroom. The teachers can post assignments, but they post their Zoom links in there. We have to have live daily instruction. That was big coming down from the state this year, which was different than our experience in the spring. Basically, in the spring, the teachers would post a video every day of a lesson I shouldn't say that every day is wrong. Once or twice a week, they would post a video for instruction, and then they would have follow-up days. Um, our attendance with that was not very good. We found that our attendance is much better with live instruction, but it also puts a lot more stress on the teachers. You do not have to come in the building. If you do, we have a COVID survey that you have to fill out. Basically, it's just a tracing thing. So if we did have somebody that had COVID, we could contact everybody in the building, and we would know where you're at and everything. But our teachers, I've already talked to our teachers about you guys helping out, and they should be sharing their Zoom links with you. Feel free to contact them. They don't have your emails, but hopefully you have ours. If not, just reach out to me and I'll get you guys in touch. I, when I first found out about this, I was excited because if you look at the national trends with teaching as a profession, just the number of teachers is going way down. Less and less people are getting into the profession. So you guys are very valuable. I want you guys to have a great experience. Um, if there's any way I can help you out, please let me know. Like I said, you guys are very valuable to us, and if we want the profession to grow, then really it's in your hands. This would have been the time for questions, but I have some additional things that I should probably share that even if you guys didn't ask, I was going to tell you about. Please do not post pictures or screenshots. It's great to be excited and want to share what you're doing, but if you're posting screenshots on social media, that can come back in a negative way. We have some students that have a non-release form, so we can't release any of their photos, and we just would prefer that you guys don't do that. Please do not add students on Facebook or Twitter. I mentioned earlier you want to form relationships with students, but there's got to be a line of professionalism at the same time. If it's a student that you already know or that is a family friend, that's okay. But if it's just somebody that you've met through this experience, please don't add them to any of the social media platforms. And finally, please do not meet with students outside of school hours unless it's through a school-sponsored program. An example of that would be don't say, hey, do you want to get on Zoom at 6 o'clock tonight and I can help you out with something. If it's run through the school, if it's set up through a program that we already have, that's fine. But don't take it on your own to do that. You're just opening yourself up to a lot of things. So if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, this is how you can reach me. The easiest way is email. I've got a lot of stuff going on right now, so if you call and leave a message, that's fine, but it might be a while before I get back to you. My email is lsnyder@mcas.k12.in.us. My phone number for the school is 219-873-2057, extension 7311. Like I said, if I can help you out in any way, please let me know. Thank you and have a great day.